judge how did you grade last week, the effort, the performance against Eastern?
I thought the effort was good. We did some good things. The guys flew around. They hit people. The one unit, except for really one play in that game, did a solid job for us. You know, we were rolling to be 30% or better on third down. We gave up 2 third downs with our 2s and 3s in the fourth quarter. Didn't reach our goal, but for the most part, I was pleased with the first unit.
I was saying, and the tackling seems to be the biggest. I mean, Charlie mentioned that Monday that's maybe the biggest difference right now from last year is you're making tackles.
We get numbers to the ball. You know, last year we might have one guy around the ball. If he missed that tackle, it might go for 40, 50 yards. This year we have 4 or 5 guys around the ball, so if the first guy would have missed, there's another guy sitting right there to make the play, and that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing great effort from our guys. They're giving us outstanding hustle right now. I think that's the difference in this year compared to last season.
How difficult to prepare for 2 quarterbacks who are so different?
Very difficult. You have to have really 2 different defensive schemes to get ready for them. One quarterback can throw it really well. The other guy, he's a decent passer, but he's an outstanding runner. You know, it's like when you try to prepare for a Tebow type guy. I mean, you can try to prepare for him, but you cannot get that done in practice. So we have our concerns right now. You know, they're going to spread us out and run the football with him, and we're really concerned about that at this time.
Vance, what's the status of Keith Brown?
Keith Brown, you know, he's practicing yesterday and today. He looked pretty good. It's a day-to-day situation. He looks good right now, and he's going to be with the travel team.
So are you kind of planning at this point that maybe he's going to see his first action on Saturday?
You know, that's going to be up to Coach Strong to see how he feels after the day. Today was his second practice. Just have to see how he feels. He's out of shape. He's not ready to go in there and play in the game. So it's just a wait-and-see situation.
Vance, Charlie kind of talked about Monday how this game is kind of more important than others. Do you agree with that assessment?
No doubt in my mind. I mean, you're talking about our rival right here in state. We recruit against each other, and, you know, that's one day that you just don't like them. That's the name of the game. I mean, you don't come in my yard, there's going to be some problems. So it is really a big game. It's a game that both of us want to win. That means you have bragging rights for 364 days. You know, that's important to the people in this city and to this university and to our players. So it's a big game. It's probably going to be the biggest game of the year so far.
How much difficult is it as just preparing for Kentucky in terms of, the 2 quarterbacks? Does that mean a lot of extra time for you? Does that make it even more difficult?
We have 2 defensive packages, one for each guy because of what they do. But the biggest thing is not just that, it's the speed of the game. I mean, they go so fast. And I listened to Coach Brown talk at the clinic back in January. He talked about he wants to get a play every 10 to 15 seconds. That's hard to defend. It's hard to get ready for. I think our team is in great shape, but it takes 2 or 3 series to calm down and get used to the speed of the game. So that's going to be the biggest issue, is the speed of the game.
So is it more of a conditioning, or is it more you stress film work with your guys, a combination of both?
Well, you always stress film work. You never get away from that. It's just we're in great condition, but again, you get in the game for the first 2 or 3 series, everybody's, their drilling is pumping. So it takes a while to calm down and settle in and get ready to play.
What was the clinic that you saw Coach Brown speak at?
Well, we had the Nike clinic back in January that we all had to go to. We had a couple of coaches speak there, and that was a big part of it. And there's Clint Hurt right there. He's coming into my conversation. What's up, Silver?
What did you see when you saw that he was on the agenda, and did you want to glean a little bit from that?
Well, most clinics are just philosophy. They never give you information. It's a lot of BS. I hate to put it that way, but it is. That's why I don't go to a lot of them. You want to really talk football, you go behind closed doors. Let's sit down and talk. So he gave a great clinic, and I enjoyed myself. And it was nice to go there and meet him for the first time.
What did you think just when they did bring him in and run that Texas Tech offense? I mean, did you think that was a good move for them?
I think it's a great move for Kentucky. I think when you look at what Texas A&M did last year in that conference, they spread the people out, did some things. I think Kentucky, once they do bring their recruits in that they want to fit their system, they're going to have success there. I'm excited to see what they have, except for one day when they play us.
The way they use the receivers, they're almost running backs at times. Does that present additional challenges, just the way to defend everything they have?
It does. Sometimes they get in a situation where they play 4 or 5 wide receivers, and one of the wide receivers going into the backfield. So it does give you a tough thing to defend. Because one thing, they're empty. They have 5 guys going out for a pass, and next thing you know, the guy motion in the backfield. They remind me a little bit of West Virginia. We played them 2 years ago. A little bit Tavon Austin type situation, which gave us some problems. So I'm hoping we can slow them down a little bit and give our offense a chance in the fourth quarter to win the game for us.
When the team is dependent on tempo so much, how important is it to get off the field on third down?
Very important. If you can't get out the field on third down, it's going to be a long afternoon. And I might go in at halftime and don't come back out because I don't put the pressure on the defensive line about getting pressure.
Why they supposed to know the answer to? How helpful was it to have two games of film on him?
You know, it's very helpful, but a lot of times, by the third game, he has in most of the offense. The first week, I think he just had in the base things. We saw more offense the second week. I think we're going to see a lot more this third week. They got some new things I think they're putting in, so it's difficult to prepare for him. You wish you played in the fourth game of the year. By then, he has most of his things in there, so it's no surprises. They're going to have some surprises for us.
With the Western Kentucky game, was there anything that you saw that that's maybe something we can use or something that could help us?
We have a totally different defense from Western Kentucky, so it's you look and see some of the things they do if they have anything to fit what we do, but it's two totally different defenses, so we just do the things we do here.
How do you evaluate Whitlow? I mean, do you respect him pretty much as a passer, or do you kind of just really think he's coming in there to run and tell your guys?
He finished last week 10 or 12. That's pretty good now. I mean, he can throw the football. You got to give him his credit. I mean, he came out and did some good things. He moved the sticks. He threw the ball well. I think the first game of the year, he had first game jitters. I mean, that's his first time as a starter. So those things can happen. I think now he's settled in. He's more comfortable. He knows what to do with the football. So I think you're going to see a lot more of him as the season goes on.
All right, guys.